Newly crowned racing god came to the shop to challenge a car washer, but the car washer didn't even glance at the racing god. He was fully focused on cleaning the car. Seeing the man unresponsive, the racing god had no choice but to leave. The shop employees were shocked to see the racing god looking for a mere car washer. All of them looked completely baffled. It turned out the man was once the world's #1 race car driver. Now he worked as a car washer at a car shop because he had a crush on the shop owner's wife. One day, the shop owner's wife received a phone call. She urgently needed to deliver a car part up the mountain, but everyone at the shop was busy. With no other option, she asked the man to make the delivery. The man said he hadn't driven in 5 years, but the shop owner's wife had no choice. She just told him to get there as fast as possible. At the same time, on the mountain road, a group of rich kids were racing their cars. One of them was bragging that no one could drive faster than him here. Suddenly, the man's car caught up from behind. Seeing the man about to overtake him, he quickly accelerated to stay ahead. The two cars were neck and neck. The man found the car ahead extremely annoying. He sped up at the turn and left the rich kid far behind. He vanished without a trace in the blink of an eye. The group all stopped their cars, staring in shock at what had just happened. One of them asked, "What kind of car was that? It was so fast." The rich kid's older brother answered, "That was just a regular car." The driver's skills were incredible. Meanwhile, the boss on the mount was anxiously waiting for the part. When he found out it was being delivered by a car washer, he became very nervous because the mountain road was extremely dangerous. Ordinary people couldn't drive on it. Just as the boss was about to send the man back, the roar of an engine echoed. The boss looked outside. The man had already arrived. The boss looked at him in disbelief. The mountain road usually took an hour to drive, but the man had made it in just over 10 minutes. While they were talking, the boss's son had already installed the part on the race car. Just as he was about to start the engine, the man quickly stopped him. He had taken one look at the race car earlier and realized the part he brought was a standard part, which couldn't withstand the race car's performance. If the car started, it would be ruined. But the boss's son didn't believe a word he said. He went ahead and started the car. The engine immediately began spewing white smoke. At that moment, the car's owner arrived at the shop. It was the same rich kid who had been racing on the mountain. Seeing the smoke from the car, he realized the car was now a piece of scrap metal. He immediately demanded $10 million in compensation from the boss. The boss's son thought they were trying to scam them. The man explained, "The roof and rear wing are made of carbon fiber, and the suspension and turbo are calibrated with millimeter-level precision. These parts alone are worth at least $6 million. Hearing this, the boss realized his son had caused huge trouble, but he didn't have that kind of money to pay. The rich kid offered a suggestion. If the boss handed over the mountain road usage rights to them, they'd waive the compensation. It turned out the road had been funded and built by the boss. His purpose was to help the villagers with transportation. If the road were given to the racing team, the villagers would no longer have peace, so he firmly refused the racers. Seeing the boss refused, the rich kid kept demanding compensation. While the boss was at a loss, the rich kid's older brother spotted the man's car. He quickly stepped in and stopped everything. He suggested they could settle this with a race. If the boss's team won, there would be no compensation. In fact, he had seen the man's driving skills and wanted to recruit him to his team. While the boss was hesitating, the shop owner's wife arrived with a professional racer. They immediately agreed to the race. The first round would test driving control. There were 60 bottles set on the track. Each team would send 3 drivers. The team that popped open the most bottle caps using the car's rear wing would be the winner. The boss's daughter was the first to compete. She shifted gears and released the brake, launching like a rocket. At the first turn, her rear wing only popped 2 caps. At the second turn, she opened 5 bottle caps. The boss's son was thrilled. He believed his sister could hit at least 10, but the man thought her turn angle had been too wide. Others were annoyed by his comment. Only the boss realized the man was right. Sure enough, at the third turn, she didn't pop a single cap. The opposing team sent a short-haired man. With a beautiful drift, he instantly popped 7 bottle caps. Just when everyone thought they'd lose, the man pointed out the short-haired driver had entered the corner too early, so he was out of chances. The short-haired driver made a mistake at the turn and didn't pop a single cap. In the second round, the professional racer confidently popped 10 caps. The rich kid's teammate with a headband easily popped 13. In the third round, to identify the mountain driver, the rich kid's older brother raced himself. He popped 23 caps in one go. When the boss's team heard his name, they were terrified. He was the second-ranked driver in the World Pro League. The boss didn't believe his son could win. He decided to let the man race instead. The man didn't want to reveal his true skill, but the boss begged him. He finally agreed. But in the next second, they heard a deafening roar from the race car.